Good afternoon, and welcome to the Itawamba Community College Fulton campus and to this much anticipated event. On behalf of the college family, I express our gratitude to a number of partners who have made possible the formal opening of this exceptional facility today. Joint Federal Emergency Management Agency and local support provided funding to build this multi-purpose facility. Tornadoes and severe weather continue to devastate Mississippi, and this safe room will help ICC to be better prepared and an investment that will keep us safe. It is an invaluable resource for our faculty, staff, and students. In addition, the members and directors of Itawamba Community College's All-American Band will benefit from this facility. Partners, in addition to FEMA and MEMA, of which Mike Shaw is here today, we appreciate Mike being with us, have included, but are certainly not limited to, the Itawamba County Board of Supervisors, the McCarty Company. Kurt Shettles is with us today as president, and Justin Harrington, principal architect, Murphy & Sons Incorporated, Wes Hutchinson and Randall Guy, civil engineer John White, and electrical HMA of Memphis, Tennessee. I would also like to thank Dr. David Cole and Mike Eaton for their assistance in securing funding for this very special building and facility at our college. We would also like to recognize at this time members of ICC's congressional delegation, state representatives and senators and local officials who are in attendance with us today. We have the Mayor of Fulton, Barry Childers. Mayor, if you'll stand real quick for us. We also have the Mayor of Tremont, Robert Don Whitehead. Dr. Cole, I mentioned a while ago, former president of ICC. Bunky Goza, alumni board member. Mike Shaw with MEMA. And we also have Senator J.P. Wildman with us as well. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm Jay Allen. I'm president of Itawamba Community College, and it is now my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. William Shack.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to bring you greetings to represent the Board of Trustees by participating in this significant day in the life of Itawamba Community College. Because of the planning and execution of many individuals, this facility, which began as only a concept to provide a safe place for Itawamba Community College faculty, staff, and students, today has become a reality. We appreciate your sharing this special event with our faculty, staff, and students. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon to everyone. Let me preface my remarks by saying from what perspective that I get to see this institution from. As the administrator representing the college for the construction of this facility, minute details go through my head about the construction process. So I would like to share some of that with you. The idea for a safe shelter goes back many years. The institution has recognized the need for one for a long, long time. And certainly with the tragic occurrence of the tornado at Smithville, it became more important to us to make sure that a facility was constructed. So back in about, I think it was June of 14, we applied for a FEMA grant and was awarded one shortly thereafter. The grant reimbursed the college for approximately 60% of the total construction cost. We later, after official notification, employed the McCarty Company to design a safe room band hall that consists of approximately 20,900 square feet that was constructed according to FEMA 361 building standards, which ensures that the facility can withstand wind up to 250 miles per hour. Now, inside that 20,900 square feet, we have approximately 13,585 square feet that can safe shelter approximately 2,300 individuals. In addition to the 2,300 individuals, of course, if push comes to shove, we possibly could get more people in there. It depends on how frightened everyone is and how big the tornado might be. The total budget for the project, it was $4.3 million. FEMA reimbursed the college approximately $2.4 million of that total $4.3 million. My final comment today about this facility is that I pray that a tornado will never strike this facility. But in the event it does, I am absolutely confident that those that are housed here in this safe shelter will be protected from any harm. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, and thank you all.
Good afternoon. Let me say it's very much an honor to be asked to stand with these gentlemen and give remarks this afternoon in regards to this facility and some details about it. As I look across our gathering here, I see a lot of faces who, if they were honest, would tell you that I'm the last person that needs to get in front of any crowd to speak publicly about anything. So I'm sure you are bearing with me as that happens. I'd like to start by thanking two groups of people. Some of them overlap, but the first is the group of people that helped make this building happen. Starting with our former presidents, Dr. David Cole and Mike Eaton, current president, Dr. Jay Allen, members of the Board of Trustees, Vice President of Planning and Development, Mr. Wayne Sullivan, who I'll speak more on him in just a second, and also a big thanks to our former Director of Bands here before me, Mr. Brian Gillentine. The second group is the people that helped kind of furnish the building after we got going, because that was just as much of a project as far as my eyes were concerned as the making of the building. And let me start with, again, Mr. Wayne Sullivan. When we were first kind of, all right, the building is going to be done on this date, he kind of gave us, all right, now tell me what you need here, tell me what you need. And I think he regretted asking that question after, a couple of hours. But he saw me in his office quite a bit, and he has just been great throughout the whole process in dealing with the purchases from the Winger Company and things of that nature, and going into even office furniture. He was just such a help in that. Our Vice President of Instructional Services, Dr. Michelle Summerall, she also had me in her office quite a bit, trying to get some last-minute details that I would forget on the front end. So she's been great. I'd like to thank our Fine Arts Division Chair, Dr. Cass Patrick. He also had to listen to me talk some things out to get us to where we were happy with what we were going to be getting, and making sure that I didn't go overboard with anything or go underboard. And then our band staff here that you see before you, this is Miss Christy Colburn, Dr. Brian Cheeseman, and Mr. Eric Simmons. We had several meetings where we sat down and I said, tell me what you need, because I don't want to go with this alone, because like I said, in a lot of instances, I'm the last person that needs to be involved in these types of things, but unfortunately, I'm the hand you're dealt. So then we have Thomas Bonds and John Wayne Harris, who after we actually got in the building, it seemed as though I was calling them every 10 minutes. Hey, did you get this done? Did you get this done? Hey, are you going to do this? You're not going to do that. Oh, so I need to come up with a different plan. But rarely did I have to do that, because they were saying, no, we'll take care of it, Mr. Todd. You just tell me what you need. We'll take care of it. So it's been phenomenal to have those two guys on our side too. And then our TIS department, who was in here just today putting our projectors in. They've also been instrumental in getting a lot of the office things done for us in a super timely manner when that time rolled around. And then there's countless others that I don't have time to mention here today, but there's been so many hands involved, and it's been such a joy to see things happen as quickly as they happen, especially knowing how much time and planning had been put into it, and when it actually had to happen, it was just phenomenal to see it happen that quickly. Just a few things about where we came from right quick. In 1995, I stepped foot on the campus of ICC, and we had, I believe, somewhere in the neighborhood of 140 members in the band. And I remember walking into the old facility that we just moved out of and thinking, I'm from Nettleton High School, and Nettleton is a small 3A school, and I just remember thinking, my band room at home is a little bit bigger than this. But we didn't think much about it because, you know, the band was great even at 140, and we had a great time doing it. But I remember making that comparison. In 2010, the band had grown upwards of around 300. I remember, I think it was the fall of 2011, we were at 313, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we all got together as a staff and kind of we all designed and thought out our own little processes and thought out our own, what we do, what is our niche for the band. And we put our heads together and we put a proposal together, and we went and sat down with Dr. Cole, Brian Gillentine and I did, and just discussed the need for a new facility. But we weren't sure from there what would happen. And we didn't push the issue. We thought we had a good meeting, and we'll just wait and see what happens to see where anything needs to go from there. And we just kept our heads down and continued to do what we do. And thankfully, we stayed on the college's radar. The building you're sitting in today is the culmination of that single meeting right there. Now, Dr. Cole has since moved on, and Mr. Eaton came in, and he's since moved on. So it has taken a while, but we understood that this type of thing obviously takes a while to get done. But with the many hands and minds that have been involved in the process since this, it's easy to say this is truly one of the nicest facilities in the state. We went down to Hines and took a look at that band hall, and we feel like it rivals even that. We went over to Mississippi State where they have a new facility, and we feel that it even rivals that facility. Having said that, we can house the entire marching band in just this one room right here. Also, conceivably, if we wanted to, we could have all 3 concert bands because we have 3 large rooms meet at the same time. We can store most of our belongings, whereas over in the other building, we had things stored in closets and bathrooms and everywhere else, you know, the tops of things. So we can house everything in our building at once. We also, that you'll get to see, if you tour with us, you'll get to see that we have 8 small practice rooms right here and 3 large percussion practice rooms that have just been phenomenal thus far. All while having a facility that could potentially save a lot of lives is just a phenomenal thing, not just for the band, but for the community and the college. So to wrap up, what I can say is that an institution that prides itself on the students being the top priority, Itawamba Community College has truly given those students a top-notch facility that we believe is second to none. Thank you so much.
What Mr. Todd just told me is that we can get the band up to around 300 is what I heard. So I'm looking forward to that. I would like to thank Mr. Shack, Mr. Sullivan, and Mr. Todd for their comments. Again, we appreciate very much your celebrating with Itawamba Community College this afternoon. Immediately following our ribbon cutting, I ask that you please join our band directors, Ryan Todd, Eric Simmons, Christy Colburn, and Dr. Brian Cheeseman, as they take you on a tour of this exceptional facility. We may have some students playing, is that right? We'll have some students. Wonderful, that's great. And hope you'll look at not only the practice rooms, but the large rooms as well for our band. It's just a tremendous facility. Mr. Shaw and I talked a while ago from MEMA about the beautiful nature of the multi-purpose use of this facility, and I really hope that it will become a model, or at least one of the model situations where we found great use day to day, but also in the event of emergency, a way to utilize the facility. And with 230 band members that primarily live on this campus, they already feel comfortable here. I know they'll bring friends in the event of a storm scenario. We appreciate very much your attendance this afternoon, and we appreciate the opportunity to share with you ICC's Safe Shelter and Band Hall. I ask that you move outside at this time for our ceremonial ribbon cutting. We'll be outside for just a few minutes and then back in for the tours and refreshments. Thank y'all so much.